Going straight to Iyanla, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can see the light, see the
Oh,
we have such a rich culture as women, Mike is hot whenever you're ready, descendants of the parent race of humanity. We have such a rich culture. And in that culture, there are roles and purposes and powers. And we live in a society now where women are commodities, where women are demeaned, diminished, demoralized in ways that we accommodate. And if we really understood who we are as feminine representations of the creator of the universe, some of the things that we experience in life, like crying when the unemployed boo-boo leaves us, and we really understood who we are, we wouldn't be so apt to let other people define us and confine us. We are out of order. The things that really disturb me about how out of order we are the facts that we don't have clear boundaries, and we let anyone do anything in our life. Anybody can do anything in our lives. I'm not talking children. I'm talking the grown, big panty-wearing women. Okay, that we give men. Let me just say,
ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Iyanla Van Zant. And I feel like she brought up a point. I want to have a real conversation with real women tonight. You know the through line on this show. There's no judgment. We're not here to judge, but we have a powerful conversation that's about to just be everywhere right now. She said women are out of order. She was talking about sisters. And let's just have the real conversation. And brothers, you don't get to call in and demean or disrespect sisters, because I look at society like this. Like I said, you know the through line of this show. You'll hear me say we all live in a toxic society. And I'll use the great Krishnamurti's quote, "It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society." So what I find between black men and black women, we have our own unique coping mechanisms. But what is odd to me is that we go at each other's throat instead of those who set up the infrastructure or the society in which we live and how we navigate our lives. And I think what Iyanla was getting to is that maybe chasing the bag has caused a lot of women to gain the bag, for sure, but lose an internal bag. I want to have a real conversation if women are open to doing it. Tonight's topic, another heater, the real power of women, an intriguing look at the true power of femininity. How can modern day women activate their divine feminine? Do you think modern society increases the likelihood of unique mental health issues for black women? How is the power of imagination tied to the concept of the divine feminine principle within women? How urgently do modern day women need a toxic society detox? Now, that in itself, ladies, can you call in and tell me how you detox? What does self-care look like for you in this toxic society? I need to know. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. True or false? Your mother, she was raised in this toxic society too. Your father, he was raised in this toxic society as well. True or false? Your mother and father did the best they could, as messed up as they were. Hey, y'all want to have a real one or no? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. The real power of women. Have women lost touch with the real essence of themselves? When we come forward, I'm going to the phone line. The VOR is live.
Thanks for supporting us in year one. If you promise to keep listening, we promise to keep bringing it.
Yeah.
Are you between 18 and 26 years old and trying to figure out how you're supposed to make all this work? You're saying, I need a job in transportation. Rent, it's so high. Food too. There's childcare, and I need to go back to school. I need to transform my life. Well, help is on the way. Transform Your Life Day is coming Saturday, June 25th to San Manuel Stadium. It's a shopping mall of free community services where you can talk with programs and even enroll right on the spot. It's free help for young adults to get you started on meaningful careers, finish up your diploma or college degree. There's help with finding housing, transportation, food, and childcare. Plus, you get a free ticket to the baseball game, free parking, along with prizes. Get there early for free food. Reserve your free space today at transformyourlifeday.com and be there June 25th. You don't want to miss transformyourlifeday.com. That's transformyourlifeday.com.
You already know this playlist is crazy.
Emotions. Not only are they out of control, but they're major contributions for weight gain. Introducing Breathe Infinity, where we teach 5 proven techniques that reduce stress and helps you lose weight. Sign up for our stress.
Where we at?
Am I coming through with April Mason on this one, or you want some music?
I want music.
You want music?
Go
All
to
right.
breatheinfinity.com and sign up.
Maybe we can start off, start the top off the second hour.
Yep.
With April Mason.
Yep.
All right. During this historic drought, we all need to do more to save water. We just can't waste.
Come on, y'all, get in here. Hit that like button.
Outdoor watering to 2 days.
We about to get busy.
Ending with an odd number can water Mondays and Fridays.
Man, you know, brothers, when you talk about women, unless you dragging them, they don't show up. Come on, y'all.
Tips and rebates, go to ladwp.com.
We're not dragging them tonight.
We've got this, LA.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to
We got
save
something
time
for
and
y'all
make things
tonight, though.
easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social
Somebody
Security
said,
card,
praise
get a
God.
income
Oh, that
letter,
was
estimate
Nzinga.
and apply for benefits, and
What up, crew?
save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Secure it today and tomorrow.
Ah, hit the like button. Let's go. Let's go.
Thanks everyone for making your way here in this toasty morning.
11:30.
Can you guys hear?
Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel.
All right, here we go.
Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or nothing. Did you have a question, Sausage Patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton for the stay.
1 year down, many more years to go. Just getting started at KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Shaka Khan. Yeah, Whitney did a great job on this record. But I don't think Whitney's version is better than Shaka. Shaka Khan, boy. So let's talk about it. I would even ask the question, are modern day men afraid of the true power of women? How so? See, this is why I always come back to that point. Who's writing your social narrative? So when you start doing the research and you start discovering that people can actually become sick in the society in which they live, they can develop mental health issues, right? If there's a lack of resources, right? There could be poverty, poor housing, unemployment, scarcity of all types, social isolation. It could be all kinds of things that can be born out of a toxic society. Now, government is supposed to help and, facilitate some tools for people who are at that level, who are socially disenfranchised. But typically, those people who are socially disenfranchised don't really trust the political system. But I would say the greatest form of, or the greatest social influencer of them all is not on social, well, maybe they are on social media. I would say it's society. Society is the greatest influencer of them all. You leave home, that's when the journey starts, and all what you learned at home gets challenged. That's how the conflict comes up. And again, the world can change you. And I think it's very important that we have this conversation, because how has this society changed women? And we all know how this society has changed women for the good. Education, right? Women are more educated. And because they're more educated, they're qualified to be employed. We got that. But how has it adversely affected the natural woman? I want to know. Now, in Africa, of course, we had oral traditions. Sisters, what oral traditions still exist in your home? That's what I'm interested to know. Like, do you guys still practice something that maybe was handed down from Sadie, right? Was it handed down from Emma? Handed down from Nancy Bell? I want to know what traditions and culture you guys keep alive. Because when society writes your narrative, you lose a piece of yourself. And maybe Iyanla was pointing to that. Does society force women to have horrible boundaries? I'm asking. Because that's what she said. She said we got terrible boundaries. Now, like I said, I played that video because Iyanla was very transparent about what she thought about the state of sisters, right? Now, I mean, of course, I go deeper, not deeper, but I go in a different direction than Iyanla on that, because I always believe you model the home, then there's an opportunity for you to challenge what you modeled. And until you challenge what you modeled, you attract what you modeled. That's what I believe. I don't see it in a victimhood framing where, as she said, you get with boo-boo. Well, how did you get with boo-boo? Where did you meet boo-boo at? And why is boo-boo attractive to you before you get pregnant by boo? You understand what I'm... So there is some personal accountability there, which I'd like to know about. I would love to hear from the women tonight, because I'm going to go through this whole historical breakdown, and I wonder if women know about the things I'm going to talk about, the historical pieces, the philosophical pieces that have venerated women throughout history. But I wonder, have they forgotten these stories and incorporated the social script, the game rules from the toxic society? And listen, if this toxic society is writing everybody's social game rules, are they Geppetto? Are we just a bunch of Pinocchios that are being played? I need to know. I'm really interested. Darnell from Tuscaloosa just called in. Talk to us, Darnell. Hey, long time no hear from. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm honored. And I'm listening to what you said. And I'm listening to the topic.
Let me say this, Darnell. This is your first time calling in. There's no cursing on this channel. We can't curse at all. So, hey, man, it's been a long time. I love to hear your voice. I'm glad you back in the building. Let's talk.
No, I never disrespect like that, but I'm definitely going to speak on these women. And you definitely hitting the topic tonight that's very honorable and that's very respected. Because first we're talking about women. So, you know, that I learned from the minister, you know, you judge a woman, you judge a civilization by its women.
Right.
So that's leave all respect due to the women. But I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, brother. I'm listening. We listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, secondly, I'm gonna say this. It's going left. But first, it's going right because women that's in tune, it's at an all-time high right now.
What's at an all-time high? Tell me.
That's in their femininity is in an all-time high. Come on, man. These women, they more handy on watching YouTube than men. Women is willing to take more in because of this technology stuff. Women is at a greater rate than anything right now.
Yes, women are the most educated gender in America. Yes. And I'm talking about black women. We're not talking about just women in general. Black women are the number one educated gender in America. So yes, they're taking full advantage of education.
But, yes, sir. And what we need to come in the realization of, we need to follow suit, spades, hearts, diamonds, whatever suit you want to follow, and we need to get behind that. And these women is taking more information in than we ever imagined.
Man, Darnell, bruh, it's been a long time, and I'm glad you found me, brother. You got to start calling in like you used to, brother. I'm here every day from 7 to 9 p.m. Your call is always welcome, brother. I appreciate you reaching out, bringing Alabama into the building. Thank you, bro.
All right. Hey, roll tide, but come on. I know you're something with the argument, but come on.
War Eagle. That's right. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. All right. All right. We got phone calls, but they're men. I want to hear from women. Right? I'm going to talk to my brothers, but I want to hear from women. Right? It's important that I hear from women. Here's a question directed to my sisters. Has the modern day women in great numbers, not all, some but all, but in great numbers, become mostly immune to their inner voice? Now, Big Mama used to talk to my mama about intuition all the time, and I was eavesdropping and paying attention. Do you think the modern day woman today has lost that sound of that inner voice? I want to know, what is the experience of the inner voice? Is it as strong today as it was with Big Mama and them? Call me, 1-800-920-1580. Bowman from Grand Prairie, Texas, you're on the line. Talk to me.
What's going on, Joe? How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. Talk to me, man.
I feel like this. I feel like men aren't really scared of the power that women hold, but I do believe men are afraid of the responsibility women present.
Hey, what do you mean? Go deeper.
Because men, we tend to sometimes lose ourselves. You remember we always say to basically tackle your purpose in life?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we lose focus when we're putting too much focus on a woman. And I'll put it this way. You remember Lot's wife when she turned around and things like that? It's kind of like that situation. Women have more of a different focus compared to men.
But we could say
So,
some women. We can't speak
some
for
women,
all
let me
women,
say,
right? Yeah, and those
right,
women you might be talking about is some in your limited experience on the number of women you've encountered. Go ahead.
and so we tend to focus more on the worldly when we attach ourselves to some of these women, as opposed to doing greater things and being notorious in the world and being more of a help to the world.
Well, that's interesting. But
That's
wouldn't you
my
say if
perspective.
men did that, then men are weak for attaching that much attention to women?
We have an innate nature to want to attach ourselves to women because we have to create children, procreate. So that part of us is there, but we tend to attach ourselves too much.
Well, if
And it
that was
becomes a
true,
problem.
70% of African American children wouldn't be born out of wedlock. If we got an innate, there's an innate weakness and attachment to being with a woman and having kids with women, we would stay for the kids if we're using
Have
that
you ever
logic, right?
have you ever looked at have you ever been with a woman and then been outside with that woman but looked at another woman?
Yes.
And it's not like you don't want to, but it's that natural state of being in your manliness that wants to be with another woman sometimes. But what I'm saying is we naturally want to create these different attachments to some of these other women. But it's not, what am I trying to say? I want to say it a certain way. But we tend to just lose ourselves because we attach ourselves to them. And that's not always a good thing.
But they attach themselves to us as well. I'm trying to understand, like, because now you're making it about attachment, and would that mean we have a greater attachment to them, or they have a greater attachment to us, or is it an equal attachment where we just fall into each other? Talk to me. Is there a distinction, a difference?
I feel we shape the world, and there's just some of us, because men shape the world. I don't know how to put it. Dang, because I don't have so much time. But it's just we're different. You know what I mean? It's not that we're scared of women's power, because we really aren't. It's just we're different. We have to move differently. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, you got the floor. I'm listening. I want to know. And don't scare the women off, but tell me. I want to know.
No, women are powerful. They have a place in the world. Don't get me wrong, but I believe that because we're meant for certain things, we can't always just.
You saying we need more women, more than one woman? That's what you're saying, right?
That can be part of it, but that's not what I mean. But what I mean is,
Well, what are you saying?
we understand the power of a woman. It's just we tend to, if we attach ourselves too much to the woman, we don't do what we're supposed to do. We relinquish the power because, like I said before, a part of us has to die in order for them to live, and that is where we go wrong.
What does that mean? A part of us has to die in order for them to live. Tell me, because you're saying things and I want you to back it up and make it make sense to me. Talk to me like I'm in the 3rd grade and you're about to explain addition.
I would say, in order for a woman to really have the concessions, things like that, the things that they enjoy, things like that, it distracts us, but we provide those things so that we can attach ourselves to them and keep them around. So we lose focus of what we're supposed to be doing, which is to be greater than just what we set up as concessions. So even though we go toward the spiritual part of ourselves, the physical, we tend to focus more on the physical with them being happy, just to keep them around. We lose a part of our spiritual self in order to enjoy the physicality. Came over.
All right. So listen, do this, Bowman. Hang on the line. I got to bring you forward, brother, because you got some explaining to do, because I want to understand where you're coming from. When we come forward, more from Bowman out of Grand Prairie, Texas, he's trying to explain the effects women have on men. Sounds like it's a little weak, but when we come forward, we going to talk about it, man.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now, before I get to teaching,
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network.
Before I get to teaching,
it's the government's responsibility to address the effects of slavery.
Ladies, y'all got to call in.
62%. The survey comes ahead of the first.
Where's the Twos and Fuse crew? Everybody hit that like button. Show your appreciation. Come on. I need to hear from women tonight.
More than 1 hour to confront the gunman. Texas Legislative Committee is holding their first hearing in the tiny town of Uvalde. Republican State
Truemonger said,
says,
no, who said that?
At Robb Elementary, where 19 students and
somebody said, oh, that was what is that? Bo Reed. Today's women are in control, but rebellious against their nature.
That's the latest.
That will challenge a real man. Interesting.
It's the tire sale of all tire sales. Buy two, get two free.
That's what I'm saying. Truemonger, ladies, call in and educate us.
Purchase of an alignment and tire protection package. Buy two tires, get two free now through June 19th. For your nearest store, go to bigotires.com. Hi, I'm Tavis, Smiley. Juneteenth is the 1-year anniversary of KBLA Talk 1580, and we'll be celebrating this weekend at the Lamert Park Juneteenth Festival. This Saturday, I'll be joined by my colleagues and all of your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts at the Lamert Park Juneteenth Festival. At KBLA Talk 1580, we are honored to broadcast live every day from Lamert Park, USA, and we take great pride in knowing that folk all around the world are hearing about the historic and iconic neighborhood of Lamert Park.
Y'all not gonna hit the like button? All right, cool. I guess I'll just start teaching
at the Lamert Park
after Bowman.
Festival. We will have giveaways, contests, and for the first time ever, official KBLA Talk 1580 merch you can purchase for yourself, family, or friends. So, look for the KBLA Talk
DeMarco
Saturday at the Lamert Park Juneteenth
Nzinga 211. The first two folk to get in that Twos and Fuse movement. Yogi Fish hitting us up with the link on the VOR podcast on Apple Podcasts. Are women mad at men who won't capitulate? Hey, True, call in then. Because that's a great question. I would love to hear women answer that question.
The Nile Restaurant and Bar is Inglewood's newest hotspot, and KBLA is taking over. Enjoy some amazing food, premium drinks, and music by DJ Quest. That's Thursday, June 16th at the Nile Restaurant and Bar from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
They there now. I'm here, but they there.
Go to KBLA1580.com to register. This event is free and will fill up quick. quickly. That's Thursday, June 16th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Nile Restaurant and Bar in Inglewood. Register now at KBLA1580.com.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest
The
question
likes are
now,
creeping up there. We're
what's
2
next?
cents away from
What will
$10.
COVID bring in
I
6
appreciate
months,
everybody
a year?
that
If you're feeling
participates
anxious
every
about the
day
future, you're not
in the
alone.
smallest way,
Call Hope offers
as
free
simple as
COVID-19 emotional
posting a
support.
link or
Call
asking a question in the chat room,
833-317-4673
hitting the like button. We
or live
appreciate
chat
that
at
for sure.
calhope.org today.
Juneteenth is here and we're celebrating. Join KBLA as we commemorate our 1-year anniversary at the Lamert Park.
We do
Juneteenth
appreciate
Festival,
y'all.
Saturday, June 18th at Lamert Park.
DeMarco be in
It's a
here
full day
every
of
day,
community
damn near.
culture as
And
we
Zenga
uplift
in
and
here
amplify
every
our
day.
voices.
Yogi Fish,
Entertainment,
True
spoken
Monger.
word, food,
Y'all
art, and
be
so much
in
more. It's
here.
hard
Her
to believe it's been a year. We
Transform.
couldn't have done it without you.
Y'all
We'll have
be
prizes,
in here.
giveaways, and you can meet some of your favorite on-air hosts. Join us this Saturday at Lamert Park. We're proud to have AHF as a sponsor, so don't forget to stop by the AHF Mobile Testing
Who else be in here?
AHF's mobile testing program
Miss,
provides
how could I forget?
confidential
Miss
HIV testing
JB.
services. The goal of the program is to provide these services in
New
our communities,
Waters
identify
2020,
people who
Rob
need
B.
medical care and services, and to
All the
provide
folks
them
really
regardless of
be in
ability
here though.
today. AHF representatives will be available
Oh
on-site to
God,
answer any questions.
this shit is the
That's
worst.
Saturday at the Lamert Park Juneteenth Festival. We can't wait to see you there.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in the yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more water-saving tips. Save water, save California.
Here we go.
Live in a minute. The ladies are scared.
Connecting you with services
They hear
and
you.
solutions.
I know y'all hear me, ladies. Don't be scared.
Educational.
We need you in this conversation. There's too many dudes.
Individuals.
And I know y'all hate when we be speaking up on y'all.
Culture, language.
So come on, ladies. Show some love, man. Tap in, call in.
African American and Latino communities in
I'ma
Central
call out
and South
Nzinga.
Los Angeles. Minority AIDS Project
Might as well
is the
jump
first
in here.
community-based HIV/AIDS organization
Live in 30.
established and managed by people of color. It was founded by Archbishop
Live in 30.
the Unity Fellowship Church of Christ in 1985 and has been serving South LA ever since.
Xylon.
For access services, call 323-936-4949. That's 323-936-4949. Or visit minorityaidsproject.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the voice of reason and voice.
Yup.
Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, look back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king, yo. It's about a thing, feel real good, right? Shots from the Been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend. The one you let hit and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you and him, take it from a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably talking out your neck saying you're
Yeah. Lauren Hill, you already know what it is. That thing, the co-host is my playlist. My co-host is my playlist. Or my playlist is my co-host, however you want to hear it. We're going to always have the songs fitting what we're talking about. That thing. A lot of times women get frustrated when men have conversations about how women are. I'm well aware of that. But ladies, if you want to change that, please come into this non-judgmental environment and talk to me. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Let's go back to Bowman in Grand Prairie, Texas. He was wrapping up his thought. Go ahead, Bowman.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, us men, we have, once we get with some of these women, we have a lot of questions, because we don't know if we necessarily have the talents in order to progress a relationship. Specifically, if we have children with the woman. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that there are women who help us see things that we didn't see in ourselves, that actually help us with our manhood in order to be able to do what we need to do in order to provide for the nuclear family. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the insight. And you brought Grand Prairie, Texas in the building. Thanks again. You know you could call anytime, man. I appreciate it. Let's get over to Dallas, Texas, where Truemonger is in the building. True Measy, get in here, bro.
What up, bro?
Talk to me, man.
I don't know if women are necessarily afraid of that power, or men are afraid of that power. I think of some men, of course it's some, but not all. Some men are probably aggravated when women throw their power in their face on a consistent basis. And maybe some women get frustrated when men don't capitulate to what society wants us to do.
It's very interesting you say that, right? Me and Truemonger, we always have conversations. This isn't just a phone call. I'm talking to Truemonger like he my brother sitting right across the table. But Truemonger, when you say that, like, I don't know if men are listening. The way you're framing your discussions sounds like the woman is super powerful. Sounds like men, but I'm just saying, it sounds like men got to do a lot of tap dancing, and you saying the woman tries to force us to capitulate to something. Now, I've done, 75 shows on here now? 75 episodes. And you hear me talk about Dr. David R. Hawking, who wrote a book. He wrote many books, but a specific book called Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender. And in that book, he says, the truly humble can't be humbled, can't be humiliated. So if a man comes into a situation with a woman and he is truly humbled, I mean, a humble person, not somebody acting humble, but a truly integrous, humble, strong man, will the woman still try to humble him? Talk to me.
They may try to do that to test him. And once they see that doesn't work.
Wait, listen, I don't want you to walk into chest traps.
Okay.
See, a woman is going to test the unknown. That's why you test. Go back to the Garden of Eden, right? God gave Adam and Eve a test to see what they was going to do. This is why I always say, why would you call that a test? And that's the all-knowing. Don't he know the result of the test already? Well, the test was for them. But no, so you see what I'm saying? So when you say the woman is testing you, what she's actually testing is the uncertainty that you're projecting. Can we talk?
Yeah.
So, do you see what I'm saying? I said a truly humble man, a truly integrous man. Take it up a notch. A truly God-realized man. Does she have to test him in that case? Or is she testing the sketchy dude?
She may test both just to see if it's real or not.
Ladies, call in and verify what my brother True is saying. Keep going, True.
I think women like to push buttons and test boundaries to see where a man will react to and what they may not. See how far a man's willing to go to satisfy them, or try to get on whatever level they feel they're on, or whatever status they have.
Truemonger, let me tell you this real quick. Everybody in the chat room, the brothers is like, yep, women test all dudes. No dudes are off the hook. Women gonna test them. Go ahead, True.
Right. And they, if a man is not to whatever status they claim that the woman has, some men look down on him. I said, well, I'm up here with such and such, and you still here. I'm like, maybe that's his purpose there. Maybe his role is not to be where you're sitting. Maybe you're better suited for that. Maybe that man needs to do his own thing, and instead of looking down on him, let him be who he is and grow to his best self. Instead of trying to throw what society, whatever image society is trying to project to what she thinks a man should be, and let him be his own. And help each other be better instead of worrying about what society's doing or trying to fit into that mold.
Okay.
Because everybody's not meant for that.
All right. Hey, brother, let me just say this. You already know what it is. Every time you call in here, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to go back and forth. True Monger from Dallas, Texas. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Thank you.
So, can I just be real with my family and my friends and just say what it is? It's toxic men and toxic women trying to make sense of toxic relationships, right? The high end of men and women are rare. Let's just start there. The high end of super quality, super dope, super balanced, just fly human beings, that's rare. The majority of people are going to be train wrecks. So the train wrecks are trying to stack the deck, so to speak, right? In order to get the most out of the relationship situation they can. That's most people. Do you know how many people go into relationships skeptical of each other and just swallow the skepticism because they want to see it work? Let's just, like when you look at the African American community at large, just look at us. And this isn't to talk down, this is just what it is. And so everybody else that's left, just mercenaries, scavengers, conditioned and indoctrinated by a toxic society to come into a relationship and try to control it. Both men and women do that. And I think, brothers, a lot of times we marginalize. Well, before I go into that, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to come forward. And when we come back from coming forward, which is full circle, I'm going to get back to the phone lines, and then I'm going to really begin my dissertation. The VOR is on fire. I'm going to talk to y'all in a minute.
More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
I'm scared. You're not scared of me. Hey, come on, y'all. We are 2 pennies away. And I saw Claudia jump in there. Hey, Claudia, thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. We're at 2198. I really appreciate everybody showing their love. The likes are popping. The comments are in here. I see y'all. Everybody show Claudia some love. Everybody show Xylon, Pharrell some love. We appreciate everybody who shares.
At the hands of police steadily increasing, averaging 3 people a day. This discreet app allows the user's loved ones to live stream the incident and get real-time location updates. What are your thoughts?
So I'm gonna ask Claudia right here on the chat. Claudia,
Big tobacco cigarette butts.
do women really listen to their inner voice?
Microplastics that are toxic and cunning. More than 15,000.
How often do women ignore their inner voice?
They could end up inside of you, your bodies, their prey. New studies.
How many relationship mistakes does the average woman make?
To the world. Now you know.
Which can be attributed,
Learn more and undo.
right?
You're living with giant
Which could be attributed
You know know the pain of
to ignoring your intuition? Talk to me.
Well, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers. If you administer insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, call now and learn how a CGM
Which inner voice
can
we
help
assume?
you.
Just one?
No more pricking my finger.
No finger pricks.
Convenience. They delivered it free and they took care of all the paperwork.
You can reduce pain right away. Plus, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you spend more time in range. And if you have insurance, you can get a new CGM.
Women have a
at little or
multiverse
no
of
out-of-pocket
voices.
cost.
I want to hear from the ladies.
Shipping of your new CGM, plus we'll bill your insurance for you. 800-457-9220. 800-457-9220. 800-457-9220. That's 800-457-9220.
Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about guns
Live at 30.
in public. So
Live in
we decided
30.
to sing about it.
Let's go.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
KBLA Talk 1580.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy. Lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire. Filled with catastrophe. But she knows she can fly away. Oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is back in the building.
Looks like a girl, but she
I'm asking the question, are modern day men afraid of the real power
can burn your eyes.
of women? It's a tough question. A lot of men are. You know why a lot of men are afraid of women? I won't get into it right now. I'll save that for you. I'm really itching to teach, but we got callers. So I'm going to go to the callers first, and then I'm going to get into this. Let's go to Memphis, Tennessee. Rissa from Memphis, Tennessee.
This is correct. What's up, Zoe?
Did I say the name right?
Rissa from Memphis. That's right. That's correct.
Okay, all right. Talk to me, Rissa.
So I'm hearing a lot of hoopla and a lot of jazz on this conversation right here. But I just want to say that a lot of men don't love their mamas. They don't have no relationship with their mamas. So they don't know how to accept no power or no real woman in their life. If a man hates their mama, ain't no good woman gonna come their way, no way. They instantly be able to see that in that man. If you don't have no relationship with your mama, that's gonna dictate everything. Period.
No, I can't argue. I can't argue if the relationship is not good with your mother. That's a wound that needs to be tended to, and you'll probably carry that wound into your adult relationships, and it'll manifest itself in some way, shape, or form. I can't argue what you just said, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When you in Memphis, Tennessee.
This is correct.
Can we do you have an understanding of what the divine feminine is? And is the divine feminine alive and well today, or has it kind of shrunk? Is it kind of going away? Because I know America is a toxic place to be. And I think everybody is vying for the woman's attention, because when women get behind something, they manifest. So is the divine feminine leaving the modern day woman here in America, particularly the black woman?
Absolutely. Most of these women, period, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whoever, most of these women is playing the role of the man.
Hold on. Rissa, I can't let you beat us up. Like, hold on, we gonna come forward with you. You just hang on the line, because she cooking right now. When we come forward, more from Memphis, Tennessee, and Rissa. She killing right now.
KBLA Talk 1580 is celebrating its 1-year anniversary, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Always bet on black and black. With KBLA Talk 1580.
Rissa said what?
Are you between 18 and 26 years old and trying to figure out how you're supposed to make all this work? You're saying, I need a job and transportation. Rent, it's so high. Food too. There's childcare, and I need to go back to school.
Hey, I see you, bro.
My life. Well, help is on the way.
I see you, Andy.
Your Life Day is coming Saturday, June 25th to San Manuel Stadium. It's a shopping mall of free community services where you can talk with programs and even enroll right on the spot. It's free help for young adults to get you started on meaningful careers, finish up a diploma or college degree. There's help finding housing, transportation, food, and childcare.
Let Rissa know I'm coming right back to her.
Free parking along with prizes. Get there early for free food. Reserve your free space today at transformyourlifeday.com and be there June 25th. You don't want to miss.
Men don't have too many rights. Charles, call in and share that with me, dog. Women cannot love us like our mother. Imagine dying. We don't ask for our mother. We don't ask for our. Are you saying we don't ask for our woman? We ask for our mom?
Become a subscriber at OGNSC.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC. Wake up and
5:30.
30 seconds.
and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in
Got
forever.
you. I see you.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
How do you spend your audio time on smart speakers?
Hello.
Hey, Alexa.
I'm Alexa.
Play KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, let's try.
The other talk stations, all day, all night, all white. At KBLA Talk 1580, we sound like the city looks. Now celebrating 1 year of amplifying black and progressive voices with KBLA Talk 1580. I'm with this complexion. Complexion don't mean a thing. Ooh, complexion. It all feels the same. Darkest the midnight hour, her brightest the morning sun. Give up.
Yes, sir. We having an interesting conversation. I've been fighting because I want to talk. But we got so many callers, people calling in, they talking, they sharing. And you know I love it when you call in, right? I love it when you call in, you know, because now it's a conversation. Let's get Rissa back in here from Memphis, Tennessee. She was just getting ready to cook. Talk to us, Rissa, about what you were saying.
Right. So real quick, I just want to say I don't have experience with baby men. I see somebody in the comments talking about I got experience with baby men. No, sir. There were grown men, there were men with all this category. So that's a no on that. But concerning about the mother figure in a man's life, that's important. If they don't have a relationship with their mama, everything else is gonna go downhill. Period, point blank.
Well, sister girl, thank you for calling in and sharing your POV. Thank you for holding on the line, and we appreciate it. You call in anytime you want to.
Appreciate this. I love it.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you Okay.
All right, love, it's all good. So, and like I said, a lot of men are really salty with women. And I'm starting to realize, as Rissa outlined, it typically comes from the relationship they had with their mother. And it's unfortunate, right? It's just unfortunate. Now, the question is, how do men rewrite the narrative that their mother initially wrote? See, because men want to be hypocritical. Men want to say she got daddy issues, but men don't want to acknowledge that they got mama issues. And when you start looking at the emotionally enmeshed man, that's a real thing. Where your mama is emotionally enmeshed with you, and you got to get her permission to go with your wife somewhere, huh? It becomes, wait a minute, I can't disappoint my wife and I can't disappoint mom, right? The emotionally enmeshed mother-son relationship is a real situation. And oftentimes you get people out here who just got opinions and ain't read a book. Just read a book. Read a magazine on it. Just read on it. And first off, your opinion only applies to your experiences. Somebody meme it. Your opinion only applies to your experiences. This is why I say that the speaker doesn't matter here. I don't want to get to teaching too soon. When I come forward, we will continue this topic because it's starting to get heated. If you want to join, 1-800-920-1580. Third eye. I'll answer that question right now, Third Eye. Or you could call in.
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network.
Hey, that's fire. Your opinions only apply to your experiences. Your opinions ain't the motherfucking truth. Third Eye, you my brother, so I'm going to answer this. How does having a good relationship with my mother translate to having a good relationship with women in general? Attachment theory. All these shows you be in here on, this information is connected. We talk about insecure attachment. We talk about secure attachment. We talk about this shit all the time. John Bowlby's attachment theory. Mary Ainsworth, The Strange Situation. Read it. Go read it. You take an attachment style from infancy into motherfucking adulthood.
Injured in a car accident.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Call the accident guys, because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal. Yeah, don't let nobody else.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now that I have your attention, may I ask you this question?
In John Bowlby's work, I'm talking to my brother Third Eye. That's my motherfucker right there. In John Bowlby's work, what did he say? He said, who establishes the attachment style for the child? It says the primary caregiver. Who the fuck generally is the primary caregiver? Let me just, I'm damn near 60, 70 shows in. Who the fuck is the primary caregiver?
We got you. Miseducation, we got you. Gun violence.
I mean, y'all tell me, if y'all listening, who is the primary caregiver to the baby?
Open-minded people like you and me. Welcome home, LA. We're all in this together.
Let's go back.
It's KBLA Talk 1580, broadcasting from the heart of LA's.
The brother asked the question, and it's a legitimate question. The brother says, how does having a good relationship with my mother translate to having a good relationship with women in general?
soulmate. Because black love.
Your mother is the primary caregiver.
Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a bad person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
I love the child was weird, and you still have to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like, this okay, roll up there. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. I hit you with a bad touch routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
Absolutely. Absolutely, third eye.
How do you write women so well?
So William, reason and accountability. A voice of reason.
Something from my godson Elijah and little girl named Correct. Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give my heart to my sisters on welfare, to my pants, and don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. When you come around the block, brothers pound a lot. Please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need. And I ain't trying to catch up, I just call him how I see.
A woman that has her femininity, her spirituality, and her sensuality all thrown at the same time is a force to be reckoned with.
That's what the sister said. The sister said a woman that has her femininity, her spirituality, and what else? What was that third thing? Play it one more time because it was quick.
A woman that has her femininity, her spirituality, and her sensuality all thrown at the same time is a force to be reckoned with.
Agreed. Who's going to argue that? I agree with it. What I'm questioning is, can the women who Iyanla Van Zant says, I'm talking about sisters here with us now in America and abroad. She said those sisters are the descendants of the first human beings. Mitochondrial DNA. I'm saying the sisters here in America have a unique type of trauma from growing up here. And I'm saying, when I see brothers tearing sisters down, and we're from the same place where both of us have been under attack. Yes, the sister has been turned against the brother in many cases. Yes. But if the sister so happens to be a Manchurian candidate, who are you, brother? If she's been turned into a Manchurian candidate because she's a better student than you, and she can go further in academia than you, and you saying, oh, she's a black woman with white supremacist talking points, then who are you? What if surviving in this toxic world is her hustle and yours is street life? That don't mean she can make it all the way to the Supreme Court. That don't mean she don't still find the street rather attractive. But the question is, if your hustle is the street and hers is the books and the money, why are you banging on her for her hustle? Yes, she's banging on you for yours. Now let's get into your response to her. This is why the question is, it's two different hustles. Are modern men afraid of the real power of women? And the real power of women is not rooted in her ability to excel in a toxic society. That's the least she could do. See, I got 2 boys and a daughter. My daughter is a way better student than both them. My daughter gets it on a different kind of level. Whereas my son he's 25. My oldest son, he's 25 all over again. It's me, 25 all over. I'm trying to break something down to y'all. Who you're dealing with in America. Do you understand? You're dealing with two toxic people. And I'm talking about African Americans. Our relationships largely are toxic. Every time something happens in our community, who is affected first? When COVID hit, who was more at risk? African Americans. Why? Let's go to the disenfranchised. Let's go to the people that have scarcity as part of their life. Again, we're the ones that are affected first. We live in a toxic society. So naturally, our relationships are going to be toxic. Naturally. I don't know if y'all can understand where I'm going. What I'm saying is the bag has replaced a lot of Big Mama's remedies. Are y'all hearing me? The bag, the hustle, the grind has replaced a lot of the spirituality that came with womanhood for many women. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't Queen Afuas out there. I'm not saying that there aren't Iyanla Van Zants out there. There are. But what I'm trying to say is, in order to reach self-awareness, in order to raise your level of consciousness, in some way you're going to have to break up with society as it is. And I know that's hard because you got Netflix, you got your hair appointment every 2 weeks, you got to get your nails done. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're integrated into the toxic society, when I come forward, I'll finish that thought. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, is on fire. I'm finna start teaching.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams.
The inner voice transmission signal can't get through. Jeff Brown.
Emotions. Not only are they out of control, but they're major contributions for weight gain. Introducing Breathe Infinity, where we teach 5 proven techniques.
This motherfucker Jeff Brown.
Lose weight. Sign up
that
for
nigga
a stress-reducing class on July 12th and discover how deep
the inner voice transmission signal can't get through hair weave.
For a $99 stress-reducing special. Use
Man,
discount code KBLA and save $20.
What the fuck?
Go to breatheinfinity.com and exhale.
Jeff crazy little motherfucker.
Learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest question now.
Jeff's stupid as
What's
fuck.
next? What will COVID bring in 6 months? A year? If you're feeling anxious about the future,
That's
you're
funny.
not alone. Cal Hope offers free COVID-19 emotional
Oh, the inner
support.
voice transmission
Call
signal can't get through the roof of nightclub.
4673 or live chat
Come on, man.
at calhope.org.
Come on, bruh.
Hi, I'm Joe King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce. Our mission is to create and expand economic development opportunities for African American business owners throughout.
And back to third eye. When you say, in short, everything is our parents' fault, it's not fault. It's not fault. It's modeling.
Black Californians now have a talk radio station to amplify our
If my grandfather was a slave, but his son was a college student, the college student ain't gonna be the same as the slave. Do you understand? So you're gonna model something different from the college student than the college student modeled from the slave. Do you understand? It's modeling. But this goes back to my holographic relationship concept. It's holographic, the whole story. Who is that? JW? I see some folks. Yeah. They calling in. The inner voice transmission signal can't get through brain mucus that all the housewives of blank. Come on, Jeff. Jeff is cutting up. This motherfucker's acting a fool right now. The triangle offense.
Cloudy 30 app and make your contributions right now. If you build it, they will come, but only if they know you built it. Help us spread the word about KBLA Talk 1580. I'm JP, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce, and I approve this message.
How do you spend your audio time on smart speakers?
Hello.
Hey, Alexa.
I'm Alexa.
Play KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, that's fine.
Why does
Listening to the voice of reason with Phil Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
So deaf. That's who I roll with. Ladies and gentlemen, man, the brat was amazing. Come on, man. Woo! I was an A&R man at Loud Records. I think this was around 94, somewhere around there. I was like, okay. Great record. If you notice, my playlist, which is my co-host, my playlist, all women. All women are my playlist. Before I get to these callers, because I see J-Dub from Los Angeles, I'm gonna get him in here. This is what I'm trying to say, right? If society writes your personal narrative, then you're out of control. Right? You are a social automaton, a societal robot. That's what you are. Your thoughts aren't your thoughts. You understand? Listen, it's as simple as this. No disrespect to any community. It's as simple as this. Christianity was one way in 1990, in 2000, and now it's another way in 2022, based on societal changes, right? So again, how could you just say, all right, it's different now? It's different. Well, a rule came down from the government that now says everybody is included. Damn what the book said, everybody is included. So to progress, right, into the future, you have to change your beliefs. Well, not if you wrote them. Because if you wrote your own internal script, nobody could tell you to rewrite that. And most people don't have an internal author that's self-authoring their own truth. We're all trying to fit in and be a part of something. So let me go back. Ma'at. Anybody familiar with the term ma'at? It's a Kemetic term. Kemetic. This is ancient Africa. Later, the Europeans came in and named it Egypt, from the Greek Egyptos, land of burnt faces. Ma'at in hieroglyphics literally means truth. And it's a woman. The 42 laws of Ma'at. And it represents order, truth, justice, balance, and harmony. Ask the question, are these requisite qualities in the majority of women we deal with today? Ma'at. That's when you wrote your own story. But you live in a competitive, capitalistic, and toxic society that makes you a predator when you go out into the world. Do you know how many women are suffering in corporate America? I can't show weakness because they're going to try to take advantage of me because I'm a woman. So I can't be weak. I know that that is raising cortisol levels and sickening a lot of women. Welcome to his world, man's world. That's what men do to each other. Ma'at. That was you, ladies. When Iyanla Vanzant said the sisters in America are descendants of the first human beings, Ma'at. The Egyptian goddess literally means truth. Ma'at is the fundamental, listen to this. Ma'at is the fundamental philosophical concept permeating every aspect of ancient Egyptian culture. Though no single word can encompass all its complex meanings, Ma'at is often translated as truth, justice, balance, and harmony. That's what the woman was to the ancient African. Oh, there's more. Sorry, there's more. Osiris's wife, Aset. Now, Osiris is the European pronunciation of Usir or Osir. And she is Aset. That's his wife. What does her name mean? Oh, nothing much. It means the throne. When you write Aset as a hieroglyph, you have to write her name as the throne he sits on. And every pharaoh, or what they say, Persa, that's how you, that's pharaoh. Or no, it's Per-ah. Per-ah is pharaoh. Every pharaoh sat on the throne, Aset. The woman is the throne. Now, how do we get to American culture where we say, oh, that girl's a thought, or he's a scrub, or he broke and a bum? Do you get what I'm saying? We are using the language and the phrasing of capitalism, of corporatism, of materialism. The toxic society said, you ain't nothing unless you get something. Now, your society said something different. Okay, if you don't like Aset being the throne, all right, cool. Let's leave Aset and let's go to another culture. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Ifa. Right? Ifa had something called Iami. 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 You see Ia in Iyanla Vanzant's name. Means priest or my mother or divine mama. What? Great mama. Huh? Iami in the Yoruba language means my mother. In Yoruba cosmology, the mother's role as the force of creation and the sustainer of life and existence elevates the mother to the realm of the divine. That's what you used to call yourself. You don't call yourself this no more. You're disconnected from it. And the last time you really got connected to it, Beyonce had to put on her yellow dress and dance in a video to go, whoa, she's using Oshun. Whoa, that's Oshun is an Aset archetype. But there's more than Oshun. There's Oya. There's Yemeya. That's just West Africa. Oh, okay, well, let's get out of Africa. Let's go to India. The goddess Kali. What does the goddess Kali mean? Oh, nothing. Nothing serious anyway. A name of a Devi, right? The Hindu mother goddess. In her black skinned. Her name means black, jet black. Sometimes they say blue. The goddess Kali was black. And she was the destroyer. Brothers, I got questions for brothers. See, because what I'm saying is, if you don't know your culture and the cultures you created, you're going to use the definitions and terms of the cultures that captured both of you, that subjugated both of you. So now, black women ain't nothing. They thoughts, they for the streets. How can brothers, listen to me, how can you say a woman is for the streets and we're not for our kids in great numbers? Now watch this, because I done did the research forwards and backwards. Now watch this. The ones of us that are for our kids, we outpace every other race in fatherhood. How about that? They did the research. We spend the most time with our kids. We have the most activities with our kids. We rock with our kids for real. Our kids can come to us with problems. But wait a minute. 70% of African American children are born out of wedlock and daddy ain't there. And mama is stressed by the toxic society. So guess what she does? She hustles. She hustles. And if hustle means school, that's a hustle. If hustle means working for the airport, that's a hustle. Your hustle might be joining a gang, or selling cell phones, or stealing ID. I don't know, whatever the hustle might be. And I'm not dinging no man for whatever hustle he got. Right, her hustle might be OnlyFans. What I'm saying is both of our hustles are a reaction to the toxicity of poverty and scarcity. So when I go back to who the real power of the black woman is, you got to say, wait a minute, hold on. The real power of the black woman, Oshun, is an Orisha, but she's a spirit and a goddess. That reflects one of the manifestations of the Yoruba supreme being in the Ifa oral tradition. Goddess of the river. You didn't know about her really, just wide, just out there. You didn't really know until one of your favorite entertainers, Beyonce, mentioned her in some records. See, again, part of your toxicity is to be influenced by who you aspire to be. Oh, Lord. Oh, I don't know who's listening tonight. I don't know who's listening tonight, but I got callers. And I got more to talk about. Let me get my callers on, because they've been chilling. JW, Los Angeles. Get in here, JW.
Hey, yeah, I've been waiting to say this. First of all, I've been to a boys from 12 to 16 in ministry. Usually on Mother's Day, we have a special type of affair for the mothers. I usually share with them that the best thing God ever created on the face of this earth is a black woman. That basically stems from how I imagine black women rock the cradle of the world in terms of society, and being slaves and took care of the slave master and so on and so forth to build the society as it is today. Moving fast forward, in reference to society, culture, and every nationality, including us, who were stolen and brought over here, we had to assimilate and mimic, and we came into the society. It's a secular society, it's a worldly society. In reference to women, is sensuality and true strength, is their womanhood and their ability to be feminine. The feminine nature is a God nature, because it's not a secular thing, it's a spiritual thing. As you were saying, I'm going to sum things up that we have to get back to our spiritual nature. So that's pretty much the main point I want to make. Other than, I just hope the end result is we find ourselves again, know who we are, and don't let no gender wars divide us or separate us, because we have to exist as a black society in the future, or we'll be eliminated.
There you go. Thank you, JW, and I appreciate you hanging on the line, and call in anytime, good brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Eugene, Los Angeles, California, get in here and speak to us.
Yeah, so it's a couple of things I want. Well, actually, it's just one thing I wanted to bring to your attention.
Mm-hmm.
You had said that my heart, you kept saying, that's you, woman, as if to say that's the black woman. Well, the truth of the matter is, my heart was a female deity, okay? And which means if she's a female deity, we are talking about a spirit and not a human being like a black woman, okay?
Eugene,
and the same with,
Eugene, that's not, hold on, Eugene, mm-hmm. That's not 100% true. I'm not trying to disagree with you. That's not 100% true. But again,
who said, for example, who said these are deities that in Kemet, in ancient Kemet, it was called the 9 deities, okay? And
the Enid, yes.
And Ma'at was one of the deities, okay? Uset was one of the deities too.
Yes.
Okay? And all I'm saying, they were deities. They were not human beings. They were deities. They were spirits.
Uh-huh.
And so what happened was, this, when you say Ma'at, you were right by, yes, she was a spirit that represented.
Oh wait, Eugene.
In the committing culture.
Eugene, I'm talking with you, so when I try to interrupt, you gotta let me interrupt, because I want you to finish your thought. Yeah. So listen, I gotta take a quick break, but when I come forward, I want you to finish that. I want to give you your space to finish that, and then I'll retort when we return.
We don't like to do too much explaining.
We got some explaining to do.
We started from the bottom, now we're here. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Golden State!
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's
Spirits.
from the Black Information Network. A majority of Americans believe it's the government's responsibility to address the effects of slavery.
Ma'at is the law.
Put that number at 62%. The survey comes ahead
but
of
no spirits. Spirits represent.
It's been more than 3 weeks since the massacre at a Texas elementary school, and there is
a spirit is an ancestor, right?
More than 1 hour to confront the gunman. Texas Legislative Committee is
I'm just gonna let him go. And the ladies, y'all disappointed me tonight. We only got 2 ladies call in. This was your topic yet again.
Are being announced for the 2022 BET Awards. Among those that hit the stage at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, Lizzo, Jack Harlow, and Roddy Ricch.
Shit popping though. And Golden State, like I predicted, 4 games to 2. I said Golden State in 6.
Attorney by your side, all you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys. Because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal.
Nah, I said they was gonna close out. I said 4 games to 2.
Juneteenth is the 1-year anniversary of KBLA Talk 1580, and we'll be celebrating this week.
And it is a sister. See, when we start talking about the genetics, epigenetics, in Ifa, and you gotta understand, African belief systems they're different in language, but they're all connected in concept. In African, in the Ifa principle will tell you, your oldest ancestor is God. So is God a spirit? You got a spirit ancestor?
So, for the KBLA Talk 1580 tent this Saturday at the Lamert Park Juneteenth.
Your oldest ancestor is God.
Juneteenth is here.
The Pharaoh.
Join KBLA as we commemorate our
The Pharaoh was a physical manifestation of God. That's where the Catholics got it from.
Community and culture. as we uplift and amplify our voices.
That's why the Pope is called the Vicar of God.
So much more. It's hard to believe it's been a year and we couldn't have done it without you. We'll have prizes, giveaways, and you can meet some of your favorite on-air hosts. Join us this Saturday at Lamert Park. We're proud to have AHF as a sponsor, so don't forget to stop by the AHF
I'm gonna let him talk.
Mobile Testing Unit. AHF's mobile testing program.
When the
provides
student
free
is ready,
confidential
the
HIV
teacher will
testing
appear.
services. The goal of the program is to provide these services in our communities, identify people who need HIV medical care and services, and to provide
God is your oldest ancestor. Metcalf Hottie. Hey man, y'all, hey, we have $36 and we're 90 minutes in. Can I get everybody that's in the chat, over 100 people, to drop $5 on the super chat? That's all you got to do. Is the content worth it? Is it good information? Are we having a good time? Is the energy right? Everybody that's in the chat room right now that has not hit the super chat, please show your love. Only $5 right now on the super chat. Just hit it. We're at $36. They're going to take 30% of that. Let's make this an impactful show.
And foster ideas for new products and supply chain efficiencies.
Exactly.
Register today at societyfordiversity.org.
Truemonger started it off. Let's get it rolling. It's 100 people in here. Let's all do it. It's only $5. Let's all do it. Get ready for the audio book reading part 2. I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna let her. Hey, Celeste Hill. Thank you. Let's get it going. Let's roll out. Everybody do it. The $sign at the bottom of the chat. Moderators, please thank everybody that shows love. Thank them. I thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll explain all your new Medicare benefits.
Yeah.
Per month. Even if you are not paying anything for your coverage now, you need to call our licensed agents to review your plan. There are zero-cost plans.
Touchscreen tough guy. You're. Yes, sir. Let's go. We moving now. We moving the needle. Let's move the needle. Everybody shout out touchscreen tough guy. Let's go. We moving the needle. Yeah, Nikki Tyson just snuck in here.
Are you looking to get your beard on point? King C. Gillette Style Master is the modern man's answer to
Darnell Moore. See, if everybody does it at a low number, it makes an impact as a collective. That's what we doing. Darnell. Come on, Darnell.
Whatever your beard style, King C. Gillette can give you that precise look and is perfect for any beard style. It's the quintessential tool that every man
Man, we in here right now. We cooking. Let's go. Let's light that super chat button up. Let's light it up.
I already used Capital One Auto Navigator.
I bet your credit score.
30 seconds.
It all so hot. I got my real rate and monthly payment, had an amazing test drive at the dealership, and made the purchase.
Taking the
Thank you.
easy way out.
Thank you.
That's so you.
Still
Thank
not
you.
getting it. That's so
For
you.
years of wisdom.
Capital One.
Thank you.
What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/auto-navigation.
Thanks for having our backs in year one. We appreciate you downloading our KBLA 1580 app and spreading the word about the talk of the town. KBLA Talk 1580.
Barren Strange. Blood on the leaves. And blood at the root. Check. So bleed. Emit like rap or emit chill. I drew a line without showing my body, that's a skill. Bad to the bone and the grill. You be dead wrong if looks kill. I'm still on my spiel in the spirit of El Hill. I on the sparrow, nose like a pharaoh's. I bloodline trill for the young and all the meals. We all gon' get meals. Talk a lot of game, but we get paid too like Jamil. Was raised upon a hill. The valleys are sucking place. I'm just trying to build like I came with some kettle weight. Lord my God, MC, cause I made the
heavyweight. Brought hell, you ain't gotta tell me I'm hella great. I don't speak on it nowadays, I just meditate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason, man. We having a deep topic, man. A heavy topic. Man, that song is crazy. My playlist is my co-host. But this topic is driving me nuts. The real power of women, an intriguing look at the true power of femininity. Let's get my brother Eugene back in here. He was finishing his thought. Wrap your thought up, good brother. I want to make sure you said what you needed to say.
Okay, yes. I just wanted to say, again, like I said, I love black women too, but also I got to a point in my life where I stopped generalizing. And what I'm saying is, yes, you have a lot of good black women on this earth, as you have a lot of good black men. But you got a lot of evil black men and black women. Mm-hmm. And what I'm saying, again, this goes way back to the beginning of time. If you talk about Kemet, what happened, those were laws that were set in place for people who were trying to evolve to the higher parts of their spirit. Mm-hmm. And these deities had rules by which, black people back during the time of Kemet had to follow in order to evolve to the higher part of their spirit so they could realize the oneness of God functioning through the human form. But I don't want to go off. One thing I would just want to say to you is that maybe you might want to read some of the books of Tavis, brother. His name is Ra Un Nefer Amen.
Yes.
Okay, he's on the East Coast. He's written about 40 books dealing with ancient Kemet, and he's been blessed that he's evolved to the point where he deciphered the hieroglyphs, and he has all that information laid out. So, and you can find him on the internet.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you taking the time to share, man. Thank you so much.
Okay, and I want to say I love your show, though. You really have a lot of thought-provoking topics that you bring up. And one final thing, and then I'll get out of your way, is to say, until we as black people truly evolve spiritually, we will never get this thing worked out.
Agreed.
We have to get back to our spiritual essence, which leads back to Kemet, as you said.
Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the time. And thank you for the time.
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So, as the brother was saying, we got to evolve. But if you can evolve to the highest level of consciousness where you are one with God, then the whole concept about Ma'at being a spirit, listen, you are spirit having a human experience. In Ifa. That's an old African belief. A lot of people don't understand. The Ifa belief system, 8,000, 10,000 years old. When you go back to Africa, most of the belief systems have different names. Zulu believe something different. Nigerians have a belief. Then the Ghanaians have a different kind of belief. Then the Dogon are, they said are priests that escaped the fall of Egypt when the Romans came in. Listen, when you look at those belief systems, which are schools of thought, fundamentally they're the same. So in Ifa teaches that your oldest ancestor is God. Oludumare. Your oldest ancestor is God, but you're a human being. God is a spirit, right? See, don't get caught up on the semantics of words. I'm here to tell you that the woman is a power source in your story, not in his story. When I say his story, I'm talking about Europeans. When the European wrote about the black woman, right? All you got to do is look at Sarah Bartman. When the European talked about the black woman, it was out of lust. He saw her as an animal, a sex object. He demeaned her, and they did the same to the brothers. So why do we take their definitions for us? And see, we use these definitions against each other. Listen, I'm tired of black men deriding black women, but I'm equally tired of sisters deriding black men and trying to hold black men to a European standard. I'm sorry, a European standard. He can't just be at UPS. He got to do better than UPS. What? UPS $60,000-$70,000 a year? No, that ain't gonna cut it. UPS, what? Do you understand what I'm saying? We demean and disrespect each other using the tools that the oppressor put into our hands. And it's frustrating to see it. So I brought up Ma'at. I brought up Aset. I brought up Kali. I brought up Oshun. I brought up a lot of feminine God spirit beings that indigenous people around the world in ancient times wrote about the power of the woman. Again, the woman is chaos. That's Kali here, right? The goddess Kali. This chaos represents chaos, right? Now, if it represents chaos and she's the world destroyer, I don't even. Would you say that? I got to get to this caller. Let me get this caller because I'm about to say something that's gonna set it off. Red from Missouri, get in here, man, and tell these folks what's going on.
Oh my goodness, though, man, what you talking about right now, brother? I mean, you've been touching on it all night. I just chimed in about 25 minutes ago, and when I heard the topic, I was like, oh, okay. The spirit that we keep talking about and keep touching on, understand that the programming that our oppressors have put upon us puts things in front of us, twists our words, our history, and plays against everything that we have known and still know, but are not acknowledging because we're too busy being entertained, we're too busy being distracted from what is going to elevate us to our highest levels. Mm-hmm. That's what it really is. So when we sit up here and we talk about men doing this, women doing this, understand that's all programming, and everyone has been played to that point where we're breaking each other's backs, talking down to each other, and there's no elevation in that when you're continually to denigrate and just talk bad about each other. So everything you're touching on, I love it, brother. I just wanted to chime in real quick and get you up.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the call. Good looking, Big Red from Missouri. Man, we on fire tonight. When I come forward, I will continue this dissertation on the power of women, man.
Thanks for supporting us in year one. If you promise to keep listening, we promise to keep bringing it on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right.
Domestic violence organizations.
Y'all talking? Y'all gonna talk to me? Y'all gonna talk to me? Where the ladies? Cali Soul just got in here. Where y'all at?
Newsom released his main revise of the state budget in a $300.6 billion proposal with allocations to
where y'all at?
In health, higher education,
I think that was Sarak.
However, California-based domestic and sexual violence prevention organizations say they're disappointed that Newsom did not honor their request for $40.5 million in funding for domestic and sexual violence prevention. These advocates say their plan includes $15 million for prevention programs and an additional $25.5 million for under-resourced and overrepresented communities.
Great question. There was a lot.
By finding us on socials at KBLA 1580.
Of course, Mary, Elizabeth, Mary Magdalene. I think some would even say, I think Ruth is Old Testament though. But I think that's done by design too.
Spirit at 207 South Market Street in Inglewood. Connect with local business owners and some of your favorite KBLA on-air hosts. And yes, KBLA brand managers. The Now Restaurant and Bar is Inglewood's newest hotspot, and KBLA is taking over. Enjoy some amazing food, premium drinks, and music by DJ Quest.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, June 16th at the Now Restaurant and Bar from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. Go to KBLA1580.com to register. This event is free and will fill up quickly. That's Thursday, June 16th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
How they gonna have us schedule a goddamn party when I'm on the air? Andy. Yo, Andy. How they gonna schedule a party when I'm on the air, dog?
Category Save Our Water. Kiki from 5:30. It's always that time too. I'm like, damn, I wish I was there too.
Have chef soot.
A dishwasher saves more water. Okay. Next, using a broom or leaf blower instead of a hose to clean outside saves less water.
The woman who touched the hemorrhoids, man, I'm finna run down the block.
Oh no! Hey, test your skills and learn more water-saving tips at SaveOurWater.com. Make it your biz to take the quiz. We want to talk about
The hem. Damn, you meant to write hemorrhoid. Boy. Yeah. Most women in this society are survivors. They have the survivor mentality. Right? They got the survivor mentality. You raised in a society full of cultural stigmas, right? Stress, anxiety, right? Racism, discrimination. Oh, God. I mean, come on. So, of course, the relationships are going to be problematic. But then I come back to this. We have to get our women cultivating something that made them goddesses in the past. We have to teach this to the children, right? They have to learn how to cultivate their intuitive capabilities. We have to raise heart-centered young girls, forgiving girls, compassionate girls, empathetic girls, nurturing girls. We have to pour into their creativity, right? They have to be nature lovers, right? We have to teach them kindness. And we have to create environments for women, girls to grow into well-balanced women. If a woman is raised by a bitter, embattled, just, as Beyonce said, war hero. I'm a survivor. And don't worry about whatever happened. I'm going to be good. Just angry and bitter and salty, that's going to transfer. Children model their environment. And typically, they model the behavior of their primary caregiver, which is their mom. And if their mom is suffering from toxicity in this society, and listen, I love my mother, man. She did the best she could. Could she have done better? Not for me, because that's the mama I got. So I'm okay with the job she did. I had to do the rest. When we come forward, I'm going to get to my last caller of the night, Brother Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan. When we come forward, the final call will chime in.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you between 18 and 26 years old and trying to figure out how you're supposed to make all this work? You're saying, I need a job and transportation. Rent, it's so high. Food too. There's childcare, and I need to go back to school. I need to transform my life.
All of them snuck in.
Transform Your Life Day is coming Saturday, June 25th to San Manuel Stadium. It's a shopping mall of free community services where you can talk with programs and even enroll right on the spot. It's free help for young adults to get you started on meaningful careers, finish up your diploma or college degree. There's help with finding housing, transportation, food, and childcare. Plus, you get a free ticket to the baseball game, free parking, along with prizes.
Y'all did a good job. I appreciate y'all.
Free space today at
I told y'all Lakers North was going to do it.
Don't want to miss transformyourlifeday.com. That's transformyourlifeday.com. Hi, I'm Jay King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce. Our mission is to create and expand economic development opportunities for African American business owners throughout the state of California. The California Black Chamber of Commerce wishes to congratulate Tavis Smiley and his all-star team at KBLA Talk 1580. It's been a long time coming, but Black Californians now have a talk radio station to amplify our voices 24/7. At the California Black Chamber of Commerce, we know that startup Black businesses aren't flush with capital like other businesses, and we're here to assist. As our Juneteenth one-year anniversary gift to KBLA,
Everybody want to come in here late
the California Black Chamber of Commerce has
at the end of the show.
to help market and promote this iconic Black-owned and operated talk radio station. And we want
Eve, Ruth, Esther, the Marys, Jezebel, the Heifer, Delilah, the...
We're not asking you to match us unless you can. But we do ask that you consider supporting this effort by immediately chipping in $5, $10, $35, $50 or more, whatever you can afford. All you have to do is go to the Chamber's website, calbcc.org. That's calbcc.org. Or you can visit the KBLA 1580 website or the KBLA 1580 app and make your contributions right now. If you build it, they will come. But only if they...
Mary was creeping.
Help us spread the word about KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Jay King, President and CEO of the California Black Chamber of Commerce, and I approve this message.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
All these girls sick, man. Who do you think fit the category?
It's me, the brand new intelligent Black woman, Y-O-Y-O, bitches. Yo, yo, but I'm not to be played. I gotta stay on the team. But this show, yo, was made by woman and men. I'm all about no right, no nigga, no woman. So I want supporters to have it anywhere, anytime, anywhere, including the show. Yo, ask my producer, so we find it out.
Yo-yo. You can't play with my yo-yo. Yeah, the Voice of Reason back in the building. Oh man, that playlist, all hip hop ladies. I love the playlist, man. That was a great playlist. Let me get my final caller in here. Mind you, caller, please keep it short, because we're right up against it.
Peace and love to the family of nations. Love the session tonight, my brother. I know I've been away taking care of family, but listen,
to quote one of the greatest philosophers of all time, my eye versus my thigh. Joe Williams, my eye versus my thigh. Listen, on the real for real, everybody, I love y'all, miss y'all, but what's about to come down from these maniac devils in America, shout out to Professor Griff. Y'all, listen, nobody loves a soldier to the enemies at the gate, and we can't even contemplate what's about to come down. So you better start to find and understand it. Peace and love, and I'm out.
Thank you, brother. Well, this was an interesting conversation. Just consider this. Listen, don't turn African spirituality into what they did to yoga. Don't commercialize it, okay? This is your story, and your story contains all you need to know about how you used to get down. It's interesting. We will kill each other over money, for money, right? And women, modern day women, going after the bag. But would she have to chase the bag if she understood she was the bag? What do you mean, Zo? Inifa. The word for money is a female. Aj. Right? Aj. Aj. That, when you see those cowrie shells, that's Aj. Everybody want to wear the cowrie shells around their waist. That's the bag. Aj. Listen, I started the conversation. Y'all finished the conversation. It definitely needs to continue. We need to add more to it. And coming up next, of course, is news. And then my brother Danny Morrison and Robin, who just came from the party that ended. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Me and Rizza Islam in here tomorrow night. It's going to be crazy.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Hey, Rizza's going to be in here tomorrow. Rizza Islam going to show up tomorrow night. It's going to be crazy.
Because everybody's watching that game.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys got a chance to see the game and go to the party.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I did both. So you have
See?
every right to feel this way.
So they wasn't
I'm
paying
salty
attention to the
right
game.
now.
They were paying attention to the game. Look, it was game 6, and when they went up 17,
All right,
I said,
y'all.
it's over.
Appreciate y'all. Holla back.